Brutal 1-1 to be in control of the
That's it.
Atlantic Strike was born out of an urgent need to train JTACs to use video downlink equipment called Rover. The event Atlantic Strike quickly evolved in size and complexity to further advance the technologies that were being integrated into JTAC and ASOC operations.
But these scenarios actually simulate, as close as we can get it, real combat operations. So guys that have deployed for their first time in combat have actually said their training here was pretty realistic, and that's what we're looking for. Now JTACs will be able to talk digitally with the Air Support Operations Center and the jets up in the sky. We haven't had an opportunity to practice that before. This gives us an opportunity to do that.
I've witnessed JFOs being infilled via Pavehawk, a U.S. Air Force Pavehawk, onto a range that where he immediately made contact. He identified the target. He provided the coordinate back up here to our brigade TOC. We quickly provided digital aided CAS and got air support overhead.
The people that are out here, not only operators, we talk about operators, JTACs a lot, there's a ton of support people you don't see out here. There's intelligence folks, there's communicators, there's logisticians. It's not just either the guy in a jet or a guy in the ground you see on the radio making things happen out there. There is a whole combat support, combat service support type of infrastructure that helps get all this done. Otherwise, without them, we would never get out there and get engaged.
We've deployed hundreds of people, not only to Atlantic Strike here at Avon Park, but as well from other locations and down at MacDill. And every single one of those people wakes up in the morning, mission plans, and prepares to go and give the best possible training to the JTAC.
What I like about Atlantic Strike and the training areas around here is that you can get an urban scenario like in downtown where you do have a lot of innocent people with some anti-coalition forces mixed in there for us. You also have a lot of good open area where you can do a convoy route, and then you have the scenario which I'm part of, which is totally different. We can actually drop munitions and be close quarters combat with the enemy right there. And yet you can bring in different Army elements that you may not be used to working with and work in conjunction here, which is just combat-like because you don't always deploy with the guys we support.
It's crucial that we have recent combat experience, JTACs, that are team leaders, mentoring, growing our young JTACs.
Usually when we go to a National Training Center or Joint Readiness Training Center, but those are Army exercises, so it focuses on them and it doesn't focus on the JTAC and the Air Force piece. And out here at Atlantic Strike, we get to really showcase what the air power is because it's all about the air power and integrating that. We have a small wearable computer that we've been testing out, which I'm a big fan of, having that ability to either mount it to your chest or in other places to have everything from our targeting software to Falcon View and the actual TACP Close Air Support System software.
When I was in Afghanistan along with the JTAC assessment team, I got to talking with Major Wainwright from the Marines, and he told me about Atlantic Strike, that you had the only exercise worth having. We went on the Atlantic Strike last year, and my expectations were fulfilled and, overwhelmed basically. We've changed all of the exercise that we do back home. No more OP CAS training. Everything we do, we try to simulate what you do on Atlantic Strike as well. This is the best training you can get. And if you haven't understood that yet, well, you missed something. It's time for the community to wake up, come participate.
Well, Atlantic Strike's given us a unique opportunity for working with the digital operations with the Gateway. Approximately a year ago, we received the initial prototype Gateway, and we brought it out here to demonstrate a capability not only of digital operations, but also being able to improve the Air Support Operations Center's capabilities to actually integrate and support the counterland fight.
With tools like TACP CAS, that JTAC can now get that targeting information more quickly to decision makers, as well as getting that targeting information into cockpits and get sensors and pilots' eyes on target in a much abbreviated manner. So again, we're shortening the kill chain.
Another aspect of the exercise is that we also bring it back to basics. There's a couple of training lanes out there that exercise those basic ROMAT and JTAC tactics to make sure that they have a solid foundation before they go into the combat zone with the new technologies and with the graduate level tactics.
Green flags are great. That integration that takes place at both NTC and JRTC is more Army oriented, and the Air Force is partially an afterthought. Here we are the primary thought. Atlantic Strike provides the opportunity for your Air Support Ops Center, which is the ASOC here, and the JTACs, to all come together for one big time to rehearse and do a full-scale thing with the airplanes and then go to combat. So we don't get any time the rest of our training except here at Atlantic Strike.